Episodes with Brews on a Porch presents to you another edition of Strange Brews, Conspiracies, Murder, Ghost Stories, Aliens. They're all coming to get you, my dears.
Hello, dudes with brews. It's me, Satan. Yes, the one you keep defeating. I want to form a truce. I want to be the new co-host. Drew, I can offer you money, beer, and glory. All I ask in return is for Rob's sexy soul. But since I'm reasonable, I'm giving Rob the opportunity to keep his spot. Win the games, stay co-host. Lose the games, be my slave.
Well, Rob, you heard the man, Satan himself. He's giving me a pretty good offer. Now, he didn't really give all the details, but we kind of had a conversation before this. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of leaning towards doing this. He's offered millions of dollars. The podcast is really going to take off, and I think it'd be good press if you take him on. So, are you up for the challenge of from Satan?
I mean, the deal sounds pretty good, but because Satan's deals always come with a catch, I'm gonna fight for the goodness of you, Drew.
Okay.
It's not for me. It's because every deal he makes comes with a catch.
Well, before we do that, yeah, before we do that, let's talk about the beer that is going to be had along the way. Okay, so I'm having Urban South Brewery, their Spooky Spilled Nerds sour beer. It's very like slushy-esque. It's nerds, pineapple, white chocolate. That's all it says.
There's actual nerds.
Yeah, they brewed it with nerds. It's 5% ABV, 0 on the IBUs. It's super thick. Tastes like nerds. I mean, in the spirit of Halloween, right? Because trick or treating was the other day, sometimes today, and people are enjoying it. Episode 250, by the way, the Halloween episode and episode 250. It's a big deal. So you really have to take on Satan's challenge. Are you ready for it?
I am. Do you not want me to say what beer?
I was just gonna say, what are you having?
Oh yeah. Well, in the interest of Halloween and dressing up, and also just because I support vigilantism, I'm drinking Batman Rapids.
Batman Rapids.
Yeah, which is well, I'll get into it. It smells delicious.
Okay, Rob. So what we're doing is we're playing some games. Some games. I'm gonna ask you some questions that you have to answer, and if you get most of them wrong, you're fucked. You are gone as co-host. It shows, one, that you just don't care about the show. You don't care about me, and you're off. Okay, and then Satan takes your spot. Okay.
Okay. No pressure. I guess
the first game that we're gonna play, Rob, is something that's familiar. We've played it before on an episode of Seltzer Saturdays, which we haven't done in quite some time. So this game is called Fred or Dead. You're going to hear a quote, okay? And you have to say if it's from a person named Fred or if it's a person who is dead that said the quote. There's no there's no context. You know, Satan, he pulls some quick ones sometimes. So some of these might be, you just really got to guess, okay? And if bonus points if you can guess who said it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
As ready as I've ever been.
Fred or Dead question 1. How's this for a wet dream?
That's Freddy Krueger.
Holy shit, you're right. Did you really know that?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, right off the bat.
Don't. Yeah, I'm in this to win this.
Well, right off the bat, you have 2 points. So that is from the fourth Nightmare on Elm Street, the Dreamcatcher one, or the Dream Warriors.
The only one I owned on DVD.
That's crazy.
The only one I watched with the commentary.
All right. Well, hey, you got off to a good start. You know, the Satan be damned, as they say. Fred or Dead question number 2. The road to Easy Street goes through the sewer. Was somebody named Fred that said that, or is somebody who is dead said that?
Somebody who's dead said that.
Any idea on who?
I want to say Nietzsche, but he's a Fred, so that doesn't really work.
Okay.
No, I don't know who said it.
You are right. It is somebody who is dead. It is John Madden. John Madden,
Oh yes,
who
John
died,
Madden.
is dead. Famous football guy, coach, announcer, video game creator, I guess you could say, of sorts. He said that, and he is indeed dead. 2 for 2 right now. You're
You'd think that his artwork would be worth more. You know, the scribbles on the screen.
you think so?
Doesn't that seem like it would fit into a niche market? Like, well, let's move it on. I'm on a roll. Got the hot hand.
All right. Question number 3 for Fred or Dead. Retirement is not my vocabulary. They aren't going to rid of me that way. Retirement is not in my vocabulary. They aren't going to get rid of me that way. Somebody named Fred or somebody who's dead.
I've heard this quote.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say dead.
3 for 3, Rob. 3 for 3, indeed. Betty White, who passed away last year, or earlier this year,
Yes.
or last year. I don't know. It kind of all
It was
blends.
this year, I think.
It's very
Early
recent.
this year?
She passed
Yeah,
away.
it was-
So you have 4 points right now. 4 points and only 3
Killing it.
questions. This is not how I thought this was going to go. This is not how Satan also thought this would go. Okay, this one is
Satan forgets that I watch a lot of documentaries, so
this one's a little bit of a gimme. So Satan wanted to be a little nice because he's like, there's no way Rob's going to get those ones, especially the Freddy Krueger one. So he threw you a kind of a gimme one, and it's this quote right here. Yabba dabba do.
that's a Fred. That's a Fred Flintstone.
It is indeed Fred Flintstone who
I would have really I would have been so mad if you're like, actually, little known fact, Barney was actually the one that said that. I would have been so angry.
Oh man, you are crushing it. Okay, so are you ready for the last question of round number 1 of
Yes.
Fred or Dead? Okay, here we go. I have an inability to relax. I try to make every day a work day. I get pleasure from work. I try to think of sketch ideas, stand-up pieces. I am incapable of leisure and leisure time.
I'm trying to think of a comedian named Fred.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have to go dead because I can't.
You are wrong. It was
It's a Fred.
Fred Armisen said that.
Oh yes, Fred Armisen.
Fit-
I just was talking about him in Documentary Now last night, but that's okay. I can throw. That was a throwaway.
You were really talking about him?
Yeah. Literally last night at the I was talking about Fred Armisen and Bill Hader in Documentary Now.
Well, so far, so good. You won that round.
Crushed it.
Yeah, you're doing really good, man. Did you do anything Halloween-y over the weekend? Did you go to a haunted house or anything like that? Dress up?
I didn't dress up. I went to a costume party last night though.
So you went to a costume party, but you didn't dress up.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because I just didn't have time to get a costume. I worked all week. I didn't know I was going for sure until like Wednesday.
How do you say the word costume?
Costume.
I've heard so many people say it like costume. Really like emphasize that ume. Like fume,
Costume.
but costume. I don't like the way they say it.
I don't know. How do you say yesterday?
Yesterday? Love
Yeah,
is such
see,
an
I
easy
don't.
game.
I like skip the D for some reason, and it bugs me. I hear it every time I
Yesterday?
say it. Yesterday.
You're good.
And it
don't
doesn't
know.
sound right in my ears.
So this Halloween party, was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a good time. There's cool people there, and met some new people.
Okay. This is what we
Um,
call the banter section of the game show, Rob. You
Yeah.
know, we kind of get to know you a little bit because really it could be the last time we ever see you.
Yeah, right.
We could have a red figure next to me next time, named Lucifer, Satan. He's got many names. We defeated him last.
I'm a man of many names myself.
You are. You really are. So you kind of like you and Satan are similar in that regard. We've beaten him before, like together. I don't know why he's so attracted to me and gives me the pass and comes for you. Or maybe it's because you're more attractive and he wants to just like have sex with you in hell all the time.
No, he wants to sit next to you and look at your great beard every week.
Well, he could get both. He could have that if you lose. So round 1 cleared. You got it, dude. You're doing really well. This next one is a game that you played you and I played right before you moved to California, and it's a game we like to call Comedian or Killer.
All right. I
So
like
kind
this
of
game.
like Fred or Dead, because this is an audio format, and I don't have a lot of time to be creative. You just have to guess if this quote is from a serial killer or a stand-up comedian.
Yep.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
These are the ones that Satan. So Satan knows these people pretty well, both the comedians and the serial killers, because let's face it, they're all up to
They
shady
probably all
stuff.
go there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So he kind of pulled the people of hell. I don't know which circle, one of them, and this was one that he came up with. When this monster enter my brain, I will never know, but it here to say, society can be thankful that there are ways for good people like me to relieve myself at time by daydreams and some victim being tortured and being mine.
Oh, that's got to be a serial killer, right?
Yes. It was
Do I get points if I know who?
yeah, who was it?
Was it Ed Kemper?
It was the BTK killer. Was that
I was
it?
gonna say BTK. Dang it!
You're very close. So
Oh.
far so good,
That
okay?
makes me. I was literally, as I was saying Ed Kemper, I was like, no, it's BTK. What are you saying?
Here we go. Here's your next one, all right? Let's see. I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific.
Well, it's got to be a comedian.
Damn. You're on right on the nose. It was a comedian. Lily Tomlin said that.
Okay.
All right.
I wouldn't have gotten that, so I'm glad you didn't let me guess.
So far, so good. All right. Here we go. It felt like the inside of my body hugged the outside of my body, you know?
Comedian.
Damn. Yeah. How do you know
Yeah.
these? You're so good.
I know. I can hear it.
Here's the next one.
Who said that? I don't know.
Tom Segura.
Tom Segura, which is not a comedian I listen to even.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know I should. You always tell me. I've listened to some of his stuff.
he's
but-
good. I took the right leg of that woman's body from the knee to the hip, took the fat off, and ate it while she stared at the other girl. When I bit into it, she just urinated right there.
Comedian.
That was Arthur, I should say, Arthur Shawcross, who was a serial killer.
Oh, dang.
So
It was almost too literal. I was like, that has to be part of a joke or something.
he was a serial killer.
All right.
So
I still got 3 points already, so.
yeah, pretty
this
much
round.
you've already passed the round because there's only 5 questions. But we'll do the last one just for continuity reasons.
Yes.
She isn't missing. She's at the farm right now.
Killer.
Indeed. Can you guess
And
who?
that's H.H. Holmes.
Ed Gein said that.
Ed Gein.
Ed
yeah.
Gein.
I literally was just talking to my parents about Ed Gein today, and I was like,
I was gonna put I wasn't.
it's
Satan
so
was.
crazy. Yeah.
Satan was gonna put a Dahmer quote in there, but Dahmer's kind of getting some negative responses, some negative traction. Recently,
Yeah, you think?
but because of the
crazy.
show. But people
Yeah.
are upset with the show. And recently, Drink Wisconsibly, like the brand, they make shirts and stuff. They that thing I sent you, the picture where it said like craft beer drinkers, and it says I just want to take some pictures. They caught a lot of heat for that.
Well, it is Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know. I didn't watch that series, but I did watch the Jeffrey Dahmer tapes.
How was that?
That's like the documentary version of it. So it it was good. But I was just like, I was talking to my parents about it this morning, and I was just like, Dahmer and Gein, I went down a real like watching true crime stuff and serial killer stuff for a while, but I always steered clear of Gein and Dahmer because they're just too far out there. Like the shit that they did was disturbing. It's disturbing.
Yeah, it was a little messed up. I watched the first episode of that Dahmer show, and I haven't watched any of the other ones yet. But
I'd say just watch the tapes. Just watch the
Yeah.
Dahmer tapes if you're interested in because you hear him say it as opposed to an actor, and it's Ryan Murphy or whatever. Like,
yeah,
dude writes fiction, so of course he's gonna put stuff in there that's not necessarily true. It's just added in for dramatic effect to get a feel.
yeah, people. I mean, people really love it, but people are also upset by it because it's like dude, how many times, like, there's been Ed Gein movies, there's been John Wayne Gacy movies, there's been Ted Bundy things. Like, Ted Bundy's victims are, well, the families are still around, right? It wasn't that long ago.
No, none of those
I don't
no.
remember. I don't remember Ted like that. Those shows picking up a lot of heat. So why? I mean, it is what it is. I understand. Like, people don't want to relive that. I get it, but at the same time, they probably watch true crime shows.
Yeah.
So
I don't mean to be insensitive, but they're kind of the minority.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's what, 8 billion people on the planet?
You're starting to sound like Satan a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Are we seeing like a transfer going on right now?
That's not what's happening.
I really thought this would take a lot longer than what it's taking.
I can act like I don't know. I'm not as smart as I am, and we can do this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, where I go, well, I know that this comedian, this serial killer never chopped someone's leg off, so it can't be this guy.
Well, this next one it's kind of coming away from
this or this
serial killer. No, it is a this or this, because really that's all I got. Okay, I'm sorry.
I love 50-50 chances, because that's
so this
once you get to 33.333 repeating, I'm garbage.
Choices are hard. So this next one, it's a new game, Rob, and it is how's that beer, by the way?
It's great.
It's great.
It's so good.
I like my beer's good too.
I will say that the Batman Rapids, it's a citrus peels, and then it's got like some flowery afternotes, but it's one of those beers where you can really taste the fruit in the beer up front, and it's got a good flavor to it, and it's like 7.2 ABV or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's good alcohol content as well.
Sure. Do you have any Halloween history that you'd like to share, like with yourself? Did you used to have like Halloween traditions with your family, or anything that if you want to like make a tradition or anything?
Out here, I don't know how I would do that. I mean,
they do trick-or-treating out there, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of adults talk about going trick-or-treating. Like Becca had said, like, oh, if you want to hang out on Halloween, we can put on some weird costumes and go and get some candy and just check out houses and stuff. And I was like, we're not allowed to do that.
Maybe there though, because if you really
here, it's like, if you, I imagine if you put the work into a good costume,
yeah,
people are willing to give adults candy for that, because there are not a lot of, it's like no one's born
kids
here. Everybody moves out here to not have kids and pursue their dreams,
right?
So, but I've seen some, I think that would be something maybe I would do is just like do like a neighborhood walk every Halloween and go check, because there's some cool decorations in houses and stuff like that where how every town's got those people, but there's a bunch of them here where there are people that just go off on Halloween.
Is someone getting murdered in your house right now?
It's possible. I'm not going to go look. As long as you can see my door, just let me know if that bad boy creeps open.
I will let you know. Okay, so this next one, Rob, it's a new game. Okay, it's called Halloween History or Pistory. So your two options are, okay, these we're talking about creatures, we're talking about animals, and you have to say if these animals have some sort of connection or history to Halloween, or if they have strange urination tendencies.
Oh, I like this game already.
That's the pistory.
I'm ready.
Get it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's history. So it's history or pistory?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't catch the P at first.
Yeah. It's so it's Halloween, or it's has to do with urination. So here we go. The cicada. You know what a cicada is? They make those weird noises.
I do know what a cicada is.
Sound like banshees from hell.
Yeah. Except for the song Cicadas, which I listened to today, really good.
Okay.
Little known,
So
but I'm just buying time here while I think about the pissing patterns of the cicada. I'm gonna say it's history. It's got history with Halloween.
It doesn't. It has strange urination tendencies.
God damn it.
Their pee is also called honeydew.
That's why. So that's why the melon tastes like crap, right? Like,
It's loaded with sugar. It's slightly sticky and gummy, so it's wise to wear a hat when walking in the woo. It says where that must be where they live. But a lot of times people mistake rain for cicada piss. Like they'll feel a mist when they're walking around an area with a lot of cicadas, and they'll think it's starting to rain, but it's actually their pee.
I have that happen all the time here. I wonder if there's cicadas around here because
Homeless people. I'm just kidding.
people spitting off balconies is what I worry
Oh,
about.
that's gross.
I know.
So
I'm always wary of who's on the balconies above when I'm walking down the sidewalk.
So 0 for 1 in the history.
0 for 1 on this one.
And these ones are like really important. You have to do. Okay?
I have to get these.
Yes. Some of these I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing because they're different types of animals here. Okay, we have the adlet. The adlet.
That I've heard of.
Okay.
And I believe it's because it's Halloween history.
Halloween history. Inuit folklore tells of the adlet, a human-dog hybrid with dog legs and a human body who were born to a woman who mated with a dog. So bestiality also included in this history.
Yep.
Gross.
I bet you they also have weird pissing patterns, though.
I would imagine, but it didn't really go in depth about their bathroom habits. So, okay,
Little
1 and
known
1.
fact is the adlet has the strongest stream of any animal.
I mean, you see the damage that dog's piss does to lawns. So really,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, that shit is toxic.
very, very toxic. Okay, how about the flamingo harbordasher?
That's definitely has a weird pissing pattern.
Halloween history, Rob.
Fuck!
Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
This
I'm
is where the
sweating over here.
downfall. Okay, I don't have much information on this one. It was just on the list, so I don't know.
Make something up. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay,
I don't know. Why would the flamingo haberdasher have something to do with Halloween?
I don't know. It just does. This next one we have is called the bald uakari.
Okay.
Ukari.
Can I get an idea of what that is? I've never heard of this.
It is like a bald figure.
Okay.
It is ape-like.
A bald ape-like figure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I got Halloween. I got to go Halloween.
It is a creature, a mammal at that takes about 21 seconds or more to urinate on average.
Fucking
History.
What am I now? I'm 1 and 3. I lost this round.
You fucking lost. But we have one more. We gotta talk about it though. Okay.
Yeah.
We have
Jaden threw a curveball at the end of this one. Right?
We have the Rompo. It's small. It's about 3 feet long with front legs. It's got some back legs. You know, it's a small creature that originated in India and across Africa.
Yeah, see, now the Rompo was definitely used, like witches would put the cauldron on the back of the Rompo, and that's how they would move their cauldron from back and forth. They had a scaly layer that was able to withstand the heat of a heated up cauldron. So I'm going Halloween history.
Is that real, what you just said?
Yeah.
Well, it is history. You're right. So it's a...
no, I made that up. I don't know if that's real.
So the Rompo survives by eating human corpses, according to legends that originated in India and across Africa. Relatively small, measuring approximately 3 feet, with the front legs of a badger, the back legs of and rear legs of a bear. So it's got like 6 fucking legs. The head of a hare and the ears of a person, topped with a luxurious horse's mane. So history. So you lost Halloween history or pistory, which is double points. So you're essentially losing the game right now. I think
that, like I said, Satan's an asshole. I don't think I was allowed to win this game.
Satan told me the rules before he participated, but I think he knew you would lose this one. So now it all comes down to this. The final question. Satan, we know, whether it's battling with Tenacious D, doing the fiddling in Georgia, going against us when he kidnaps Santa Claus for Christmas hell. We're no strangers to him. We also know that he likes to riddle us a little bit here and there. There's always some cryptic stuff when it comes to Satan. And his last question is this. It's a riddle. I have a name, but it isn't mine. You don't think about me while in your prime. People cry when I'm in their sight. Others lie with me all day and night. What am I? Oh, God.
Can you say that one more time?
I have a name, but it isn't mine. You don't think about me while in your prime. You don't think about me while in your prime. People cry when I'm in their sight. Others lie with me all day and night. What am I? What do you think? I don't know if I'm allowed to give clues. Satan did have this weird probing device. So he said he just waved it in my face and said, "Careful what you say." And I'm kind of nervous. So, but
is that supposed to help me? Because
no.
It really confuses me.
Let me think. I had
People
something to
don't
say,
think
but
about
then I
me
went
when
on that
they're
tangent, and now I forgot what I was going to say. It happened. I would say nowadays, 50-50 chance that you'll see it when a certain event happens. 50-50 chance. They're kind of going away. In the realm of Halloween, it might be the first gateway that people meet Satan. Might be the first a path.
Can you read the last part? So people cry when I'm when I'm in their sights.
Others lie with me all day and night.
Jesus Christ, I'm literally
You could say others lay, maybe. Maybe they're resting.
But I feel like you're giving me the answer.
Laid to rest.
It's not because it's not death.
It's a thing. It's a thing with it might be associated with death. Sometimes people are laid to rest. And there's
Is it a gravestone?
Yes, it is a gravestone.
All right.
So you're the winner. I'll
I feel like you really tried to walk me across that finish line, so I don't feel good about it. But I'm happy that I get to still be the co-host.
I don't really know how Satan's going to respond. I'll send him the file and I'll let him.
Yeah. He'll have to listen to this and get back to you.
He'll have to call me, But between his calls and the political ads, I kind of get enough at the phone. You know what I mean? The phone always
just
rings.
you might accidentally silence him because it's not, you don't have his number in your phone, right?
Right. Yeah, it's hard to save. It's a really long number. Oddly enough, for someone who's been around as long as Satan has, his phone number is 35 digits. I don't really understand that part. But congratulations,
his
Rob.
voicemail too is funny because he still has the robotic "Hello, you have reached Satan," and then he's.
Great cell service down there, though. Great cell service. I don't know what he uses.
Yeah.
You think he's on Verizon? I don't know. But congratulations, Rob. You are still the co-host of Dudes with Brews on a Porch. Episode 250, now in the books. It's a shorter one, but that's okay. It's also the Halloween episode. Very special. I thought we'd do something special. We can make it a little more special if we do. You want to do a strange brew real quick? You want to add some? Yeah,
let's do it.
Okay. So the thing I was going to talk to you about is about an institution, okay, that is in Wisconsin, the Samantha Roy Institute of Science and Technology, okay? So this was an organization that is based in Shawano, Wisconsin, and it also has some ties in Maryland, and I think the Baltimore area, but it's pretty recent. It's in the early 2000s. This dude, so Rama Bera, he's a guy who was converted to Christianity, and then he eventually changed his name to Rama Chandra Samantha Roy. And this is essentially a cult that has happened. It's and they go through a technique. What's it called? I'll have to see. But the fuck.
Apparently, our house smells like vanilla. That's what I heard through the
Great.
wall.
I'm glad. So this group has existed since the 1970s. So they turned into this institute, like this university, but originally they were called the Disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ, and they kind of go with methods of I think it's called like, man, I had the word.
Can I just say, while you look, I'm just gonna say, any group that starts with the words "the disciples," I mean, you should be wary of that group, right? Like that's
yeah.
I mean, I know that it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have a negative connotation in its actual Webster dictionary terms, but I don't think I've ever heard of something that starts with the disciples turning into a great organization for humankind.
Yeah, it's not really the best, but a lot of former members speak out saying that they were beaten, tortured, starved, neglected from the leaders and their followers. Kind of like just has like a general type of hate, and it's weird that it happened in like not too far away from where like we grew up. So they bought like this essentially like a ranch is what they bought.
Also, never a good idea to go to any group that has a ranch. Just these are my rules on life. Don't join disciples and don't go to ranches.
Yeah, dude, it's just an interesting. So it's like kind of like a hate group. They the main person, that Rama, whatever his name was or whatever, was arrested because there was like a person in Maryland who came to the police and was like, I just got like the shit beat out of me, and I was like abducted and taken on, like, you know what I mean? This person's been arrested a bunch of times. 2009, they found a hit list, the FBI, that was authored by group members with 60 people on the list, including the mayor.
Of Wisconsin, in Shawnee?
Yeah, in
Wow.
Shawnee.
You think that would have made it across our news cycle?
There was a pipe bomb that went off on the property that it's that like pretty close to the property. But yeah, so there was a person in Pikesville, which is in Maryland, that a person had a lot of consistent injuries, was assaulted by this group, they're saying. But it's still, I think it's still going on, and it's a religious cult, pretty much.
I'm gonna shout out at the reporters in Shawnee for not doing their jobs. The fact that this has been going on since the early 2000s, and neither you nor I, who grew up not a stone's throw from there in reality.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't hear about a pipe explosion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not okay with that.
It's weird. So, no one was arrested. The group has generally avoided legal troubles. There's been times where like the person who did the assault in Maryland, it wasn't the founder, it was somebody else. Yes, was arrested for doing that. And then a couple times like they owed money from property taxes, and the person was like arrested then. But it's just like for that reason. It's not for like all this other crazy shit. Having a hit list. Yeah, nothing has really happened with it. And yeah, I don't know. So what do you think is really happening there? Do you think Shawano's in on it?
Yeah, I think the sheriff is in on it.
So this
Shawano's not big enough. I don't think that they have a police department or whatever. I still I hear this stuff, and my personal thought is, in the 2000s, like Yelp definitely should have killed cults, right?
You would think.
Like this person's going like, they keep breaking my leg, the same leg, over and over again. Don't join the disciples. Like, but no.
Well, they
you
own
know,
so they own a lot of businesses actually in Shawano. They own
yeah,
gas stations.
I'm saying everybody in Shawano is on the take of the disciples. That's the only. That's like the reporters, the cops, or the quote unquote cops, the sheriff, which. If you know how sheriffs were, they run independent of state police and all that. So and it's their jurisdiction, so they get to make the decision on who they arrest or what they do. I think the school teachers are in on it.
Yeah,
Don't go to Shawano. Don't go through Shawano.
It's interesting. So yeah, this person came from wherever he was in 1974, and yeah, it's just been doing a lot of crazy shit ever since.
I kind of, I do kind of. This is bad to say, but it's like you got to be a little envious of somebody's confidence and wherewithal to go. I'm just gonna go to somewhere and then they just like put their finger down randomly on the map, and it's Shawano County, and
Yeah.
they're like, I'm gonna start a cult there.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
everything's gonna work out fine.
I don't know where. I don't know where, like, how they ended up there, but
It's my first question to anybody that goes to anywhere in Wisconsin from outside of Wisconsin. Why? Why are you here?
Yeah, it's interesting, and the fact that it's like was nothing has ever like really happened, but like people are coming out and saying like that they were abusing all this, and nothing goes on.
A pipe bomb went off on the premises, and they found a hit list, and nothing happened. That's insanity.
Well, so here they're saying that the group blamed the financial issues of their motorsports complex, the restaurants, the gift shops that they all owned on the mayor. So
the mayor wasn't on the take.
The mayor wasn't on it. No. But the mayor was on the hit list.
So, yeah.
Crazy shit.
You're either one or the other. You're either on the take or on the hit list if you live in Shawano.
Yeah, it's weird. So it's an interesting thing. So that's what I got. I know it's not much, but I thought it was.
No, there's some insane insanity to that, where it's the fact that it's mind-boggling to me that you can have these people doing these things, and then the only thing you can catch them on is tax evasion.
Yeah.
If a cult would just pay damn taxes, it would never get in trouble.
Yeah.
But
let's try to join it.
You've got to be our covert operative.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that your screen name?
Somebody.
Covert Bert or some shit like that?
Yeah, my Xbox name is Covert Bert.
So you already have it in the title.
They don't. Do you want me to like contact them and go, can I start a chapter out here in LA? I need all your paperwork and your rules, and
I would like you to. Yes.
Tell me how you embezzle money, and
I would like you
what's
to.
the best way to assault your followers so that there's no bruises. There's no phone books anymore, so I need some kind of guidance here.
Yeah, I would appreciate if you did that.
I'll send an email.
250.
They're probably on Insta. I imagine they're on Instagram, right?
I don't know if they are. You think they would be?
I do.
Sorry, I'm putting the Packer game on. They're about to play it, and they're about to lose. They're about to continue their losing streak. But you know what? I'm going to watch it, and I probably won't feel good about it, but that's all right. Robert, congratulations.
I got to go down. I'm going to go down and watch it. But I beat Satan.
You beat Satan?
Again.
We talked about cults, and you live to see another week.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the way to 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time to get there.
That's I mean, still 250 episodes. Let's say average 45 minutes an episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of content.
A lot of hours, days worth of things that you could just listen to us for days and days and days. So I drank Urban South Brewery's Spooky Spilled Fruited Sour Nerds. It's pretty thick, but now it's good. It's a good sour beer. I figured it would go with the trick or treating aspect of the strange brew things. It's good. I'll finish it.
I imagine that's one of those beers you can't drink a lot of.
No,
It's sugary. It's thick.
I look really fat right now in my in this picture.
What are you talking
I
about?
look fat as
You are stunning.
I look so fat, dude.
You actually put a picture on Instagram the other day, or Carissa did, and I was like, "Damn, Drew lost some weight. He's looking slim."
I didn't lose any weight. If anything, I'm just fatter.
I mean, winter's coming, so.
Who said that? Jon
But
Snow?
that's what I thought when I saw the picture. So I drank from Ambitious Ales, Batman Rapids, and this is a beer. Seriously, go out and find it.
Okay.
It's really good.
Great.
So there's also another beer that I've been drinking a lot of from Harlan Brewing called Hazy IPA.
Mm-hmm.
If you like a hazy, I really enjoy that one too. So it's on Untapped, I believe. I know Batman Rapids is on Untapped, but it's if you like a fruity beer, definitely order that one. It's good.
Absolutely. Well, Rob, we'll meet again. Yeah, I got some things. Already have another episode recorded for next week.
Oh, nice. So,
and then we'll catch up, and we're gonna get ready. The holidays are just around the corner. Odds are something's gonna happen for Christmas again. Are we gonna see Satan again? I don't know. The guy can't seem to leave us alone. So
I think. I mean, we tried ghosting him. I think that was our problem. We should have. You ghost someone like Satan, they come back harder.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
God bless.
But we didn't have to experience. I didn't have to experience that today. I'm thankful.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
See ya.